habe ich jetzt den Stream gestartet und wir machen weiter mit A Golden Wake. Okay, so kann ich nicht spielen.
Okay.
Ja, im Stream sieht man es nicht, aber bei mir flackert das extrem.
Das ist schlecht.
Und es ist definitiv nicht der Bildschirm, sondern irgendeine Softwaregeschichte.
Sind wir mal ehrlich. Den Tech-Support haben wir doch im ersten Stream heute schon vermisst. Ich weiß, danach haben wir sich unsere ganzen unter eine Handvoll Fans gesehnt. Unseren Tech-Support im Stream.
Go ahead and get back to whatever you were doing for George. I'll just clean up here.
Ja, dann, Dann fahren wir halt weg.
Wie wir fahren weg.
Ja, mit dem Auto, wenn wir hier nichts weiter machen können.
Achso.
Sales Office. Miami's Men's Club.
Da warst du ja doch zügig durch mit dem Tech-Support. Nur bei mir nicht geladen, ich verstehe.
Ja, ich habe einfach nur einmal das Spiel abgeschaltet und wieder neu gestartet. Das hilft in bisher 100% der Fälle.
There he is. Beauregard, how nice to see you.
Oh, why so formal, Alfred? Aren't you glad to see your brother?
Of course, I just wish I'd had a bit more of a warning is all.
Oh, come on. Who needs warnings with family? Anyway, let's have a seat. I was about to chew my own arm off waiting for you.
Warum habe ich das Gefühl, dass der Typ sein eigenes Essen nicht bezahlen wird?
So, tell me what you've been up to.
Why don't you tell me what you've been up to?
Not too much, really. I've kind of been in a rut, to tell the truth. I feel like I could use a change.
Why don't you go to work for the company?
Morris is still peeved at what happened with you. He hasn't been very receptive.
Oh. Look, about that.
You don't have to explain yourself, Alfie. I know you couldn't possibly have done what he says you did. Whatever really happened, you're better off having left that place.
Thank you, Bo. I appreciate your support. I'm working on an assignment.
Oh yeah? What?
I've been put in charge of finding a spectacle to sell lots to people coming in from out of town.
No kidding. Sounds like fun.
It's not fun, it's work.
Im Übrigen haben wir dieses Jahr wieder
who's to say
Halloween-Programm
work can't be
vor.
fun?
You've never worked a day in your life, Bo. How would you know?
Are you gonna start with that baloney again?
Fair point. Anyhow, I have yet to find anything suitable.
Well, if it helps, I overheard that guy over there talking about how his wife was a wing walker or something. Might be something worth looking into.
You know, it just might. Thank you, Bo. It's been great catching up with you, Bo, but I really should get going. How long are you planning on being in town for?
Well, actually, I was considering moving down here too.
Really? You're gonna leave Mother alone?
She'll be fine. She's got plenty of friends in the neighborhood. Besides, it's gotten to the point where I'm feeling like more of a burden than a help.
And she's actually letting little baby Bo come down here on his own?
Knock it off, will ya? She doesn't mind it so much knowing you're here. Anyway, I'll be here if you get any more time off today.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Pardon the interruption, folks.
Huh? Oh, what can I do for you?
Pleasure to meet you, sir. And madam, my name is Alfred Banks, but please call me Alfie.
How do you do, Alfie? The name's Richard Burns, but everyone calls me Curly. Over there's my wife, Mabel Cody.
Pleasure's all mine, Mr. Banks.
Are you folks from down here originally?
Nah, we're just traveling around with our act.
Your act?
Sure, ain't you heard of Mabel Cody's Flying Circus?
I'm afraid I haven't. Please, tell me about it.
Why, it's the most exciting and daring show you'll see all year. We got a biplane which flies unbelievably low to the ground, and Mabel walks across the wings. We've been touring all across the state, impressing crowds in the hundreds.
Sounds exciting. Are you for hire?
Always. Who's interested?
Have you ever heard of George Merrick?
The guy who's developing this area? Sure.
Well, he's in need of a spectacle to entertain crowds he's planning on bringing in from out of state. I think your flying circus would fit the bill perfectly.
Sounds good. But don't forget about our little issues, Curly.
Ah, of course.
Is there a problem?
A couple, actually. But really, they're more minor setbacks than problems. Our pilot just quit to get married, so we haven't got anyone to fly our plane. Then there's the plane itself, which got a bit damaged during the last show. And of course, the small issue of requiring payment in advance. But we can still talk business. These are just minor
Frage, Horst,
setbacks.
wir werden uns
that can be
tatsächlich das
easily
ganze Spiel
resolved,
damit
I'm
beschäftigen,
sure.
in Florida Häuser zu verkaufen?
Ich glaube ja.
Okay.
You say you haven't got a
Ich will ja
pilot?
nicht sagen,
At
aber
the
so richtig
moment,
reißt
no.
mich der Plot
Like I
nicht
said,
mit.
our guy quit last week.
Mich auch
I heard there's
nicht.
a
Was
pretty
glaubst
good
du, warum ich
pilot
das
in
noch nicht
town.
gespielt
But we
habe?
haven't been able to get a hold of him.
Oh, yeah, the Flynn or something like that. If we could get him on
Also
board,
ich mag ja
that
das
would be
20er Jahre
just
Setting, aber der Plot ist
Ja. Ja. Du hast absolut recht. Da brauchen wir nicht drüber reden.
What's wrong with your plane?
Nothing too serious. It's being worked on right now. The mechanic said it should be ready by next week.
I don't know if Mr. Merrick wants to wait that long. Where's the plane now? Maybe I can see about speeding up the process.
It's over at the
wäre der
airfield near
Point
Granada
und Klick
Boulevard.
Seifenoper besser.
Äh?
Taucht wenigstens irgendwann unser böser Zwilling auf. Und unsere betrunkene Schwester oder sowas.
About your payment.
Of course, of course. Our fee is $50 up front. That gets you a full show, which lasts 30 minutes.
I'm afraid I haven't got that kind of money on me. I'll have to ask Mr. Merrick about it.
Sure, not a problem. Just let us know when you've got the dough.
I appreciate your time.
No sweat, pal.
Naja, ich glaube, er wird auch nicht lange im Geschäft bleiben. Wenn er
Ich
sagt...
dachte, wir dürfen.
Was?
Wenn er sagt.
Und er sagt, was? Sie würden mich gerne heiern, aber Sie haben jetzt das Geld nicht in bar auf der Hand? Tja, dann werde ich niemals für Sie arbeiten.
Horst, ja, das waren die 20er. Da hat sowas, glaube ich, noch ein bisschen anders funktioniert.
Ja, aber ich kann mir auch sehr gut da vorstellen, dass wenn man sagt, oh, das Geld muss ich mir erst besorgen, dass es dann nicht automatisch heißt, nee, dann wenn du das Geld jetzt sofort nicht dabei hast, wird aus
So,
uns
das meinst
niemals was.
Das meinst du, ich wollte gerade sagen. Natürlich, dass er das nicht im Bar gerade in der Tasche hat und erst zur Bank muss, das kann ich auch verstehen.
Begging your pardon,
Yeah, what is it?
I feel this may be a silly question on my part, but are you a pilot?
Guilty as charged. Zachariah Flynn's the name, but everybody in the know calls me Flyboy.
In the know?
Sure, anyone with half a brain's heard of my heroic deeds during the war.
I suppose my brain must not be intact, because I've never heard of you.
Well then, allow me to enlighten you. During my first campaign, I was in a total of 57 dogfights, and I won every single one of them. I racked up 200 enemy kills and earned 17 Medals of Valor. Then I started my second campaign in 1915, where So that's basically a summary of my accomplishments.
Oh, yes. Fascinating. I have a business proposal for you.
Oh yeah?
I'm in need of a pilot for an air show that's being put together. Would you be interested?
That all depends. What's it pay?
That's a detail we can negotiate later on.
And what exactly happens in the air show?
You fly the plane, and Mabel Cody does wing walking and other stunts.
Mabel Cody, eh?
Yes, of Mabel Cody's Flying Circus. They've been touring all over Florida.
Sounds interesting, but I have one last question.
Entschuldige.
Why on earth would a pilot of my skill and fame want to work for some podunk air show?
Because it's being sponsored by George Merrick and his Coral Gables project. Surely you've heard of that.
Of course, can't throw a rock in this town without seeing ads for it. He seems to be getting lots of people interested.
He is. Just think of what all those people will say when they see you in the show.
Okay, I'll be your pilot, but on one condition.
What's your condition?
I want to be the star attraction of your show. You'll have posters, right?
I would assume so, yes.
Right. I want them to make me out as the star.
I see. Any other requirements?
Well, now that you mention it, I think the name should have a real ring to it, written so it rolls off the tongue. Also, the colors should be bright and flashy. I want this to get people's attention. And finally, I think they should be a manageable size so we can sell them to people and they can put them on their walls in their homes.
I'll see what I can do. Are you a new member here? I've never seen you around.
No, I've just been away for a while. I don't know if you've heard, but there was this little thing called the Great War.
Sure, but that was 4 years ago.
I had other things to do before visiting this fair city again. When you get to be as famous as me, there's a lot of demand for your presence.
Warum habe ich das Gefühl, dass er im Gefängnis war, weil er zu oft zu seinen eingetragenen Flugeinsätzen nicht aufgetaucht ist, weil er zu sehr damit beschäftigt war, in den Spiegel zu gucken oder über sich selbst zu sprechen.
I'll see you later.
Take care, Mac.
Ich weiß nicht, weil das Porträt so weird aussieht.
All good with you, Morris?
Yes, sir. I hope all is well with you too.
George?
Yes, Alfie?
I think I may have found your spectacle.
Wonderful. What is it?
Mabel Cody's Flying Circus. She's a wing walker, does all kinds of stunts apparently.
Sounds like a terrific find. Well done.
There's just one thing. She and her husband require payment in advance.
I see. How much?
$150 for a 30-minute show.
Reasonable enough, I suppose. You'll have to take the money out of our business account. Just head over to the Bank of Coral Gables and tell them I sent you to withdraw the money.
Großartig.
That's all for now.
Wir sollten denen einfach erzählen, dass wir das gesamte Geld nehmen und uns dann damit absetzen.
Could I bother you a moment, Miss Rogers?
No bother, Mr. Banks. What can I do for you?
Ms. Rogers, I'm on a special assignment for Mr. Merrick, and I need to design a poster.
Sure. What will you be needing?
But I need a few specific design elements.
Just tell me what you need, and I'll prepare a map for you. What are you going to want to put on it for the name?
How does Daredevil Flynn's Flying Circus of Doom sound?
To be honest, it sounds ridiculously over the top. But I guess it's exciting. So what color scheme are you going to want?
Orange and blue.
Okay, and how big are we going to print these?
Small. The size of a standard sheet of paper, so we can have lots of them.
Right. Give me about 20 minutes and I'll have a mock-up designed for you. There you are.
Thank you.
So.
Welcome to the Bank of Coral Gables. How may I help you, sir?
I need to withdraw some money.
Thank you for banking with us, sir. Have a pleasant day.
I'll try my best.
Everyone with their hands up! This is a robbery! I said put your hands up!
Natürlich.
Now, just a minute. There's really no need for this.
Shut up, Mac. Nobody asked you to talk. Just put your hands up and hand over the dough.
Now, if you'll just listen for a moment.
Well, what are you playing at, bucko? I ain't got time to chat. Just hand over your dough before the boys in blue get here, will ya?
You are attempting to persuade this person. Pick a dialogue choice based on what you think will make them lean towards your argument. Pay special attention to their face, as it's often an indicator of your approach. If you need a hint, click the Seller Intuition button to perform a personality analysis. If you fail at persuasion, there are always other ways to convince them.
What do you think this is? Playtime? You just come in here, waving a gun around, demanding everyone put their hands up? Have you even done this before?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't. But this ain't about my personal life. This is about you handing over your money.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life? Robbing banks? Surely things can't be so bad that you have to turn to a life of crime.
What do you know, huh? You got no idea about my life. Times ain't so glamorous for everyone, you know. Just 'cause you get to parade around in fancy suits doesn't mean it's the same for everyone else. Now quit trying to distract me and just hand over your cash.
You talk tough, but I bet you've never even fired a gun before.
You shut up, you hear me? I don't gotta take this from you. I've shot plenty of guys. You don't even compare to half of them.
Okay, enough talking. So, what's it gonna be?
Okay, fine. I don't know what I was thinking coming in here, but there's gotta be another way. I'll leave you alone, but promise me you won't call the cops, okay?
Not bad, Banks. I'm impressed. Finally, a newsworthy story. Real estate agent foils bank robbery. I may or may not include a pun on your last name. I haven't quite decided that yet.
I'm just glad nobody got hurt.
How are things going on the Gables project anyway?
Not bad. In fact, you might want to come to the Granada airfield in a few days to see for yourself.
Sounds like a plan. See you there, Banks.
Begging your pardon,
Yeah, what is it?
I've had this poster made up for the air show. What do you think?
Let me see that. Well, this name is no good for a start. The color isn't what I had in mind. And what's this little number on the side here?
That's how big the final print size will be.
That's not the right size at all. Hate to say it, but this poster ain't no good. Let me know when you've got it looking more like I want.
Begging your pardon.
Yeah,
I've had.
Let me. Well,
that's
not.
Begging your pardon. What's your condition?
I want to be the star attraction of your show.
Yeah, blah, blah.
I would assume so, yes.
Right. I want them to make me out as the star.
I see. Any other requirements?
Well, now that you mention it, I think the name should have a real ring to it, written so it rolls off the tongue. Also, the colors should be bright and flashy. I want this to get people's attention. And finally, I think they should be a manageable size so we can sell them to people and they can put them on their walls in their homes.
I'll see what I can do.
Oh.
I'll see you.
Take care.
Oh, das ist gemein.
Here you go. I believe this takes care of your payment.
Certainly does. Much appreciated.
Also entweder habe ich das, was er beim ersten Mal gesagt hat, falsch in Erinnerung, oder er hat seine Meinung geändert.
Could I bother you a moment, Miss Rogers?
No bother, Mr. Banks. What can I do for you?
Miss Rogers, I'm afraid I need to ask you to redesign this poster.
It's fine, Mr. Banks. Just tell me what you need. What are you going to want to put on it for the name?
I think Flyboy Flynn's Fantastic Flying Circus will be good.
That's a mouthful, but it does have a nice ring to it. So what color scheme are you going to want?
Yellow and pink.
Okay, and how big are we going to print these?
About a standard poster size, suitable for framing.
Right. Give me about 20 minutes and I'll have a mock-up designed for you. There you are.
Thank you. Begging your pardon,
Yeah, what is it?
I've had this poster made up for the air show. What do you think?
Let me see that. Nice name, I like that. Nice colors, exactly what I was thinking. And what's this little number on the side here?
That's how big the final print size will be.
Of course, that's perfect. Well, this is just the bee's knees. People are gonna love this show.
I'm glad you approve. Does this mean I can count on you as the pilot?
Sure, just let me know where and when and I'll be there.
Na, damit haben wir den Main Act und den Piloten. Fehlt nur noch das Flugzeug.
Hello there, my good man.
Yes, sir?
You look awfully young to be an airplane mechanic. How long have you been doing this for?
6 months next week. But I've been working on planes since I was a kid. My father was an airplane mechanic during the war, see? So he taught me everything he knew.
Curly and Mabel sent me to check up on things. How long before this beauty is up in the sky again?
Shouldn't be more than a week. I'm kind of stuck waiting right now. There isn't much else I can do at the moment.
What is it you're waiting on?
I have 2 parts on their way. One's a piece for the rudder, and the other's a magneto for the engine.
What about this magneto you mentioned?
The magneto for the ignition is damaged, and I'm waiting on a replacement to come in.
What sort of engine is it?
Curtiss OX5. Fairly common engine in these types of planes. Some boats, too. Unreliable piece of junk, really, but they mostly get the job done.
Any idea where I'd be able to get one?
Order from the manufacturer, like I did. Aside from that, any place where there's lots of planes or boats would have them in spades.
I think that gives me an idea. By the way, where is the magneto usually found on the engine?
Right at the bottom in front. Can't miss it.
How badly is the rudder damaged?
See for yourself. Looks like something took a bite out of it.
So what are you waiting on to fix it?
A new rudder top. Should be here in a few days.
Is there anything that might be used as a substitute?
Any decent-sized wooden plank would do in a pinch, sure.
I'll let you get on with it.
See ya.
Would you mind terribly if I borrowed one of your wrenches?
Not as long as you bring it back, I don't. I can't say I blame you for wanting to borrow it. That clunker looks like it needs to be serviced pretty soon.
Would you be opposed to me taking your sign, Doc?
Take it. I'm sick of the sight of it.
Welcome to the Dinner Key Marina, sir. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance.
Hello there.
Fine day for it. What can I do for you?
Don't you get uncomfortable standing out in this heat wearing dark clothing?
You get used to it after a while. And besides, there's a nice sea breeze that comes in every so often. Keeps things cool.
I suppose there are worse places to be standing around.
Yep, that there are.
This marina doesn't seem to have many boats.
Yes, well, hasn't been a commercial marina very long. It was taken over for naval operations during the war. But we're steadily getting more people coming in. My guess is people will be fighting for space within the next year or so.
That's certainly an interesting contraption at the end of the dock there, isn't it?
What, the hydroplane? Yes, it's definitely something to look at. It's been docked there for quite a while now. I actually can't remember seeing who brought it in. Shame, really. I'd like to ask the owner about it. Really quite a fascinating piece of machinery.
I'll just be on my way.
Have a nice day, sir. Hey now, don't be fooling around with that.